Good morning, everybody, and we are back with the Bishop Car Chronicles. Time for another segment of Renewing the Mind and the Body for Healthy Living. And while the notifications are going out, we'd like to send a birthday shout outs to Bishop H.D. Ware, who is the senior pastor of the Oakley Full Gospel Church there in Columbus, Ohio, and to Miss Betty Jelks, to Matt Pittman, to Beverly Fuquay. And if today is your birthday, I pray that your day is filled with many blessings, gifts, and love from all around, and that you enjoy as many of the sweet things as you desire. Just don't make yourself sick, all right? It is your day. Go out, celebrate it, live it up. You deserve it. You deserve it. Good morning, Mo Steph. What's up, man? Thank you so much for tuning in. And if this is your first time watching one of these broadcasts, I want you to know that they are to encourage you, to empower you, to educate you, to motivate you, to inspire you, and to uplift you, to move towards your destiny, operating in the purpose for which you've been created, using the gifts that are within you. I want to say good morning to everybody that is on at this time, and those of you that are going to watch this a little bit later. Good morning, good day to you, good evening to you, because I've known that some of you watch these all around the world, and so it's you're in different time zones, and so I just want to greet you with blessings today. It is a marvelous Monday, and it's time for our Monday morning motivation. And I want to let you all know that I am thankful and grateful for all of you that are part of the Back with the Bishop family. It means a great deal to me to have you connected and following and sharing together in this great time of our lives. And so I thank you for every red and blue dot. I thank you for every like, every share, every comment. It all means a great deal to me. And I want to let you know that I love you from the bottom of my heart, and I appreciate you. And I just can't tell you thank you enough, because it means a great deal to have you over here with us. And so with that being said, I'm going to drop this word because I've got to move today, but our Monday morning motivation is this. We were sharing and meditating on this a little bit last week, but sometimes it's not really the work that gets you down. It's not the work that drains you, but it's most oftentimes the people. People can be our greatest blessing, and they can also be our greatest problem. People, P-E-O-P-L-E, humans on this planet can either be your greatest blessing, and sometimes they can be your greatest problem. And so what I want to encourage you today with this Monday morning motivation is to not to let people, do not let people drain you. Do not let people listen today, because sometimes you never know what situation or what issue they are carrying when you encounter them. And so listen, you got to know your capacity. You have to also know your limits. You got to know where you are. And sometimes you can't fully engage a person or an issue the way that they would like for you to, or even the way that the situation calls for, because you don't have the capacity, or you don't have, you're already at your limits. And so sometimes what ends up happening is people snap, or they lose it, or they have a breakdown, a meltdown. They go off, they flip out, they pop off, because they did not realize they were at their limit. They did not realize or even know the capacity when encountering the people or the persons with the problems or the issues or situations that are going on. And so I want to encourage you today with this Monday morning motivation. Do not let people, let me say it again, do not let people drain you. Yes, there are some things you can't control, some things you cannot control. When it comes to people, if it's something that you cannot control, you can always control you. You can always control your response. You can always walk away. You can always not respond, especially if you don't have the capacity to do it. Because again, sometimes what will end up happening is you'll find yourself cussing somebody out. You'll find yourself pulling out a gun. You'll find yourself pulling out a knife. You'll find yourself pulling out your mace. You'll find yourself in the middle of a brawl. Again, you just clock somebody upside their head, in their face, in their chest, etc. You'll find yourself slashing tires, breaking out windows, again, because you did not realize and know your capacity, and you didn't know where you were. And you don't know what problem or issue people are carrying when they encounter you. So this is the Monday morning motivation. Focus on you today. Look within and determine and gauge your limits, gauge your capacity. Do you have a lot of capacity today? Do you have a small amount of capacity today? And it is okay. Listen, let me tell you something. Life will go on. People will be okay if your response is, I don't have the capacity for that today. I just don't. I'm being honest. I'm being real. I don't have the capacity for that today, and you cannot force me to deal with something that I don't have the capacity to handle today. Why? Because I want to enjoy the sanctity of peace. I want to have peace of mind, and I need to reserve and utilize what little bit that I have left for me to be able to get through the day and be able to restore and be re-energized, refueled, rejuvenated. Does anybody hear me what I'm saying today? And so this is our Monday morning motivation. Don't let people drain you today. Turn within, look within. Good morning, Candace. Thank you for tuning in. look within and determine your capacity, determine your limits. This is a word of wisdom for us today, even though it's not Wednesday, because sometimes people can take you there, people can push you to the limits, people can push you to the max, and then before you know it, you gonna need a cigarette, you gonna need a joint, you gonna need a blunt. Listen, you gonna need some Parmesan. Y'all ain't saying that to me. You gonna need some E&J. Y'all ain't gonna talk back. You gonna need some some Parmesan. Okay, anyway, because again, you've allowed people to take you there, and so now you're a nervous wreck, and you got to try to figure out how you can get your life back in balance or get your life back to a place of peace. And it is because you did not realize what your capacity was. And so it's very important that you look within today, learn and know what your capacity is, and determine whether or not you can handle the situation that the persons or people are bringing to you. And if you cannot handle it today, it is okay to utilize peace and in a soft answer, not in a harsh word or a harsh tone, in a soft answer and say, I don't have the capacity to deal with that today. So you will have to wait, or you're going to have to take this to someone else because I can't do it today. And it is okay to be real like that, because we have those moments. As humans, we have those moments. There are some days where you can take on the world and you feel like you can take on the world. And so you try to take on the world. But then there are some days where it's like, nope, I can't deal with that today. So for me to have peace and for you to live, I can't deal with that today. I hope that's good to you, because it's good to me. I love you all. I pray that you've been encouraged, empowered, educated, motivated, inspired, and uplifted to move towards your destiny, operating in the purpose for which you've been created, using the gifts that are within you. I'm signing off by saying I've got 12 days until I become a husband before I exchange an holy vow with the love of my life. So I'm excited about it. I can't wait. I love you all. I'm signing off by saying, hello, 2019. I'm going up, and so are you. And what's to come for you and for me, it's better than what's been. Matt Love.